We're going to react to Vegan Gains, this one, to his live stream. But what I want to do, I want to invite anyone who wants to join us from his Discord server. So let me open up the YouTube and then take the link. No, we're gonna take actually the link from my StreamYard. Well, first I'll paste it here so anyone can join, but also I'll paste it in Vegan Gains Discord. Um, and also my current stream, yeah, that too. I'll also paste that. Anyone here? Let me show you. I'm on Discord, so I'm gonna ask anyone wants to join my stream. All right, so what I want to do is I want to react to this. So let's get started.
Thanks for the donation, Noel. Dodo donated $2. That dumb girl you debated yesterday is the type of person who would support Hamas. What do you think? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Also, please.
I don't know, but that's irrelevant.
You have to clip the best moments from that debate. It was so good, so many silent moments, and she didn't know what things meant, but she said she did. Oh yeah, she didn't know. She's a narcissist. What proved to me that she suffers from narcissism is that I would say something that she clearly did not understand. Like I asked her to formalize her argument in the form of a syllogism. She didn't know what that meant, and then she acted as if she knew what that meant and wouldn't just ask, like, what does that mean? I don't know what that is. She refused to ever concede that she's wrong about.
I think it's a good tactic when someone brings up these these long words that belong, I don't know where. Let's say they belong in a philosophical debate. When someone brings them up and I don't know what these words mean, I usually just ask them to rephrase it like in common language. But in general, I don't like smart debates. Like if a person is trying to be smart, trying to ask me for definitions and long words, so that's an indication of that he's grabbing for straws. He doesn't like as I don't know who said this. Like if you're unable to explain it to a 4-year-old, then you probably don't understand it. So if you're unable to have a discussion as if I'm a little child, then you probably know that you have nothing. So I'm able to talk to issues in quantum physics, in any science, in any idea of philosophy. I'm able to speak to anyone, and I never use these weird long terms. So when you're bringing up syllogism, I don't even know what I honestly I don't know what it means, and I don't care. If you're unable to speak to me like a normal person off the street, then you have nothing, in my opinion.
Something that she didn't know something. She never asked any clarifying questions.
And by the way, any language is just human made. It's just a social construct. Even math is a language that is human made. It's a social construct. And logic is, logic and its terminology and the rules, these are just human made and it's just a social construct. So there's no absolute truth to math or logic. These are just languages, just like English or any other language, any other human language. So there's nothing special about these languages. They're just a convenience, but I never bothered myself to learn any of these languages. I don't care. I care for truth. And if you can explain to me the truth, that's nice. If you're unable to explain to me the truth without teaching me a whole new language, then I think it's you, it's not me.
She's just like a supreme fucking know-it-all, and she has this like weird fucking need to look smarter than someone else.
I don't think so. I don't know what you're talking about. Whenever you brought up something she doesn't know, maybe she just chose to ignore you and wait for you to say something that she understands. You know, as long as she doesn't understand you, she's just gonna not engage. I don't know what her reason is. Like if you talk to me and start, what happens a lot in these debates is people say all these very logical statements with this if, else, if, this. Right away, I tell them, listen, I'm not smart. Don't talk to me with all these smarty pants notations and logic and rules. I don't care for them. If you cannot explain to me what if you cannot explain to me how you're different than the Nazis, as I did with Dr. Avi, that he conceded that he is the same as that he does not have an ethical advantage over Nazis. So that's it. It's very simple. Nothing complicated. Dr. Avi, and ask yourself, these are grandmasters in logic, as far as I know. I have no idea if they are or not. I don't care. But when it came time to debate, I mopped the floor with both of them. They had the mic, it was on their server. They manipulated the conversation. They shut me up continuously. They barely let me open my mouth. But with the very little time that they gave me the mic, I mopped the floor with them. I got them to concede that if veganism is ethical, then Nazism is ethical. That's all. That's the which obviously is reductio ad absurdum, as vegan pants likes saying. It's a reductio. It's a reductio. Well, it's not just vegan pants. It's other so-called vegans. So they like dismissing anyone's opinion if it's a reductio ad absurdum. Well, your opinion is absurd. Well, if you claim to be as ethical as a Nazi, then I think your ethics, your morality is absurd. Your position is absurd as can be. Let's continue.
So I think she suffers from narcissism, but yeah, I'm gonna upload.
Anyway, it's an ad hominem. It's irrelevant what she is. Either she has good arguments or not. Plus, it's a red herring. You're changing the topic. It's completely insignificant. These are two logical fallacies you're committing in one sentence. So, again, this is an indication to me that you know that you have nothing. Why would you go to an ad hominem and to red herring? Why would you do that? Unless you know you have nothing. I That's why it's a logical fallacy. You're not engaging on the topic. You're switching and doing other things. Well, if you had something to say about the very topic, you would concentrate on the topic and not on the person with whom you're having a discussion about the topic. Let's see that my audio is still good. Yeah, the audio is good. All right, let's continue.
Load that debate and clip some of the moments. Thanks for the donation, Dono. Less is more. Donate $2. Go to 1139. She's officially a bottom feeder. Don't watch all of it. Just at the timestamp. Don't give any free clout because that is all he is trying to do. She mad. Let me see. 11.
Well, that's funny. That's my stream. That's one of the practice debates. Maybe the first, maybe the second. I think it's the second one that I did with her in preparation for her debate with vegan pants.
39.
Mind either. The goal that I want to have is there's also, I know this sounds really stupid, but I do want to get a little bit of content out of this. And for me to do that, I do have to somewhat bring in science at some point.
So you
Even if it means that I can just leave
make it.
afterwards.
Yeah, so she wants to get clout. I want to get clout. The vegan pants wants to get clout. Everyone wants to get clout. I mean, That goes without saying, right? Vegan Pants makes his living from getting clout. So, of course, he wants to get as much clout as possible. Clout is money. Otherwise, Vegan Pants has to go get a real job, as they say. I actually like Vegan Gains channel. I like it. It is it's very productive for me to listen. He has, it's pretty interesting. Some of the time, it's very interesting. One of my favorite channels at this point. So I don't want to denigrate him and say get a real job. I mean, I know he works hard. It's not an easy job, but he wants clout, right? Part of his job is to get clout. Sorry if I hurt your feelings, Vegan Gains. I like your channel. I know you work very hard. I would make him concede and then say, okay, is there anything else you want to talk about? But
Okay.
first finish him. First finish him. Bring him to his knees and chop
And
his head
then go
off.
and that's
And then say,
okay.
okay,
Okay, this strategy failed.
the strategy didn't fail. She did not implement the strategy. She changed the strategy. So yeah, she failed at chopping your head off in a as a matter of speech. But that was I was trying to get her to concentrate on winning and not just getting clout. I mean, getting clout is nice, but I would suggest get clout because you won the debate. Wait, let me see. I think I left the lights on the balcony. Let me go turn off the balcony lights 1 second. All right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for abandoning my audience. My audience. All right, let's continue. We're done with this
What does she mean bring in science? We had a fucking ethics debate. Like, what the fuck is she even talking about?
debate. Okay, do you want to discuss something else? Is there something else you want to discuss? That's what I would do.
Dude, it really shows you just how fucking stupid this woman is if she talked to Mr. Slave for debate advice. That guy is so goddamn brain dead, and she thought he would help her for debate prep with me. Like, my god, you have to be a fucking idiot.
Again, you're going with ad hominem, so I don't know why you do that. I honestly don't know, and it's very easy to just call me names, but when push comes to shove, I mop the floor with Dr. Avi and ask yourself. Basically, the one time I had a chance. Another time I spoke to Avi, he ran away, didn't want to debate me. And ask yourself keeps running away from me. I keep inviting, ask yourself, he doesn't want to debate me. And I keep inviting you. I'm inviting you. I don't know if you got the message. I'm inviting you on what's his name on the Crucible. I've invited you. I'd rather not debate you on your Discord because as you've done twice already, you run away right after we begin the debate. You run away. The first time, well, the last time you ran away, we were discussing the theory behind global warming. You didn't want to engage. You just want to talk about the empirics. Okay. If you run away from a debate, then you lose. So you lost one debate. And the previous debate was about that other vegan that you called him a Nazi sympathizer. And again, you ran away mid sentence. You don't want to engage. So you run away from debating me. If I were such a dummy dum dum, why don't you, invite me to your channel? Let's have a discussion. I promise I'll be nice. I promise I'll be nice. I'm not going to be mean. I will mop the floor with you, but I'll be nice while doing it. Why don't you give me a chance? I mean, you're such a great debater. You shouldn't have a problem, mopping the floor with me. But so I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. Let's continue. So I'm this well, you see, she doesn't know, and she decided that I would be a good trainer for her. So, and you decided that she's a good debate partner. So how bad could she be? You decided to debate her, and she decided to use me as her trainer. So, um, I cannot be that bad. Also, I mean, I debate people on Discord. I usually mop the floor with everyone, and usually, sometimes I lose. I don't always win. I don't aim to always win. I go sometimes and I try to debate topics that I'm not sure of. I try out a lot of new ideas that I don't know if I'm going to win. I just want to stress test my, my propositions. So sometimes I lose. Sometimes I lose to vegans, fair and square, even without their cheating. I think once or twice. But most of the time, I mop the floor with everyone about literally everything, and they get very upset. Yeah, that's as you get upset. I don't know why I don't know why you get upset because what's your experience with me? I mean, I don't understand why you barely have any experience with me. I don't understand why you're so upset at me. Why you what are you basing your opinion of me on? I don't understand. I mean, I've plenty of content. What have you listened to that makes you think I'm such a dummy dum dum? Anyway, let's continue.
Dude, that's funny. Thanks for the donation. Less is more. Go donate $2. When she has 3 hours to make a 15-second TikTok, she can complete a sentence with confidence, but during debate, she can barely talk. Clip the debate, best moments, use the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
You're so dense. Even brain dead patients.
I mean, making your own video is much easier than debating when a debate is high stakes, like with Vegan Gains. Because Vegan Gains is the debate with Vegan Gains is very intense, and Vegan Gains uses a lot of dirty tricks. So it's very and runs away as soon as he feels that his foundation is weak. So you don't even have a chance to pin him to the floor and finish him off. So when you make your own video, as I am making my own video now, I'm relaxed. My heartbeat is very low. I'm thinking. I'm clear-headed. But in a debate, especially if I'm recording it in front of live audience with lots of viewers, and Vegan Gains can cut the mic at any point, then it's very stressful. It's not the same. So you can understand her. I can understand her. I can even understand Vegan Gains because Vegan Gains himself too made a lot of mistakes during the video, during his debate with her. I'm not saying he lost because she didn't pin him down for when he made mistakes. So I wouldn't say he lost. Let's continue.
Can respond to stimuli. Not quite. Involuntary responses are not the same thing as active voluntary responses.
Hold on, let me see if oh my god, that's so funny. They're upset that I'm using Vegan Gains for clout. Oh, you is upset. That's all. That's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're upset. I know. I know. Where were we? I think this is where we were. Okay, let's continue. Wait, I wonder how many people are watching us right now. One. That means no one? I don't know. Let's continue.
She's, oh my god!
Oh, but let me turn on my phone so I can see notifications on my YouTube. On the YouTubes. Oh my god, this is so difficult. There it is. Let me drop the volume. Okay, so there's no comments for now. That's okay. Wait, I didn't pin the message? Oh, it's impossible to pin it because the heart is getting in the way. I cannot. No, it's impossible to pin the comment. All right, let's continue.
She's conflating two different terms. She claimed that if you can react to stimuli, that is what she defines as sentience. I said, no, that's not what sentience is. You have to have a cognitive perception of the stimuli. And I
What do you mean by, I mean, who are you to define sentience? I mean, sentience is just a word. I mean, you can define it any way you want, and we can agree with you for the purposes of the debate, but it's just a word. I mean, why are you getting, I mean, it's just semantics. Why are you getting so upset about semantics? It's whatever, right, if you want, right? We're trying to debate science. Hopefully, we're trying to debate science. We're trying to debate something observable. So it doesn't matter what name you give it. So why are you getting so upset? You getting upset is also an indication that something is wrong on your side.
Used like, a brain dead person having a nerve reflex response if you like poke their feet. And then she says, "Oh,
Right. So what you're saying, so you're defining now sentience for a person. So if he's brain dead, it's not just if he's brain dead, if he's been sedated, like he's in surgery, so we're cutting him open, but he's not reacting. So would you say he's not sentient? He's Would you say he's temporarily not sentient? What do you? Because okay, so she's using the word sentient because I mean it's just a word. I mean the question is what 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 are we debating about reality? That's the question. What disagreement about reality are we having? Disagreeing about semantics is a waste of time.
like, well, yeah, but that's a reflex response. So that's not sending. Yes, I know. I told you.
Right, so she's saying that's a reflex response. Like if you poke someone who's not, let me listen again what she was saying. I'm not taking sides. I agree that we're having a hard time agreeing on the semantics.
Have to have a cognitive
Let me
is.
go
Oh
back
my God, she's
Stimuli. Not.
Flip the
more.
debate. Best moments. Use the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
You're so dense. Even brain dead patients can respond to stimuli. Not quite.
Even brain dead patients can respond to stimuli, not quite.
Involuntary responses are not the same thing as active voluntary responses.
Oh, involuntary response are not the same as voluntary response. Why not? I mean, if we look at I'm not agreeing with her. I mean, I would tend to disagree with her that the fact that someone is brain dead, what what does it mean to be brain dead? I mean, what exactly happened to the brain? Is the brain like I need to have more information. So I don't know what you mean by brain dead. There's many ways, as far as I know, to be brain dead. I mean, you can. It wouldn't even make any sense to go into it right now. But essentially, the brain could be fully functional, but the input or the output or both could be disconnected or uh, inhibited. It could be that the person is having a complete internal awareness and a complete conscious experience, but is completely unable to communicate with the outside world. Maybe even no input and no output. So imagine you're just a brain in a vat, in your body, in a hospital bed, no inputs and no outputs, but with a complete subjective experience. That theoretically is possible. Is that brain dead? Or you could have complete input but no output, or you could have complete output but no input. Or you could have complete input and output, but at the last step of the output, it's inhibited. So the output goes out, but then it gets suppressed, maybe even at the, at the muscular level. So you cannot move the muscles, but the output from the brain is fully functional. I don't know. I mean, anyway, I'm sure there's many, many more options.
Oh my God, she's conflating two different terms. She claimed that
And let's say she is. So what? It's just terminology. It's not even worth discussing. Who cares? We're discussing science. Who cares that we can agree on terminology and then we can discuss the science? The fact that you're getting so upset and so emotional, that's an indication that you have you're biased. See, I'm not biased. I don't care either way. She, I think, is also not biased. She's just a scientist. She's just interested in the truth, in reality. But you are different. You're a paid activist. You have to present a certain position to your paying customers. So you have to pretend to be of a certain persuasion. So internally, you might have your doubts. You're like a priest that internally has doubts about the religion, but externally, you have to perform for the audience the sermon. That's what you're like, which is, and then I can understand why you're acting. So it's a performance. You're giving a performance. You're not really um, displaying your true emotions. You are faking your emotions. Hmm.
If you can react to stimuli, that is what she defines as sentience. I said, no, that's not what sentience is. You have to have a cognitive perception of the stimuli.
What do you mean? I don't know. Now I don't know what you mean. A cognitive perception of this. I don't know what that means. A cognitive perception of the stimuli, and that's what I think she's going to go after. She's going to say, "Well, that's very human centric of you." So we don't know what other creatures, I guess, what their experience is. Maybe they don't have what did you call it?
I said, no, that's not what sentience is. You have to have a cognitive perception.
A cognitive perception. I honestly don't even know what that means. I mean, unless you mean like an awareness, like the experience, like they have a name, qualia, the experience, like the feeling, like living through. It's difficult to find the words. Even qualia is a word they had to make up, and I don't even know what it means. I don't think anyone really knows what it means. We're just having these discussions and it's not really clear. The whole thing around consciousness and awareness, this is like it's a it's a very old discussion. And um so you're saying, so your definition of sentience is this conscious experience that you need a very big brain for, something like that. And in her opinion, she's going to even single cell organisms that display a wanting to live, and that they fight to live and they fight to survive. Hold on, I have a message on Discord. What is that? Mr. Slave, he's waiting for you to debate in the debate room. Wake up. Oh, okay, that's good. Where is he? Oh, let's join. uh so now we have to wait. Oh, my mic is off. Let me go to his channel. Where is his channel? There it is. Let's see if he's responding. Someone said he's ready. Uh, I'm in. Let me just tell them I'm in. Let me listen to what he says. You said we were going to a place Walt Disney built. No, Peter, I said supported. And there's no way I can send. We'll be back, Mr. Disney. Are the Jews gone yet? No. We'll be back in. Okay. Is he gonna do anything? Wait, if I stay in, I think I can continue reviewing. I can continue reviewing the video and I'll hear him when he talks to me. So that should be fine. All right, let's continue reviewing here. Let's go.
of the stimuli. And I used like, a brain dead person having a nerve reflex response if you like poke their feet. And then she says, like, well yeah, but that's a reflex response. So that's not sentient. Yes, I know. I told you that.
Yeah, somebody noticed that I'm in the Discord. Hello. So, I don't exactly share her opinions. I prepared her. If you want to discuss these topics, I could. It would be my opinion, not hers. So, in my opinion, I think even if you could argue that even a virus has sentience, depending on the definition of sentience. So, so the question is, what do you mean? What is your scientific definition of a subjective experience?
Definition of what a mind is. This is philosophy. We know what a mind is. We have minds. It's just something that has the ability to perceive something on a cognitive, conscious level.
Wait. So, look, if we're not having a scientific discussion, then this is what I would define as utter nonsense. So either we're having a scientific discussion or we're talking nonsense.
Sorry, okay, so what paper did she actually link that gave a definition to what sentience is?
Again, I'm not representing her. I'm not her lawyer. You can ask me these questions, and I
Can you link me to one paper that defines what sentience is?
um look, that's
Whenever sentience is used in a scientific context, like if we're determining whether or not a fetus is sentient and whether or not it's moral to have an abortion at a certain period of gestation, they're talking about philosophy. It's just that they're using science to figure out when this philosophical concept of a mind actually develops. So like the idea that science and philosophy are completely like don't have anything to do with each other is fucking ridiculous. We understand that there are some properties of a brain that produce sentience, and scientists will try to do try to the best of their ability to look at what evidence is in favor of the idea of the existence of a mind within a fetal brain. But like this idea that there's a scientific definition of what sentience is fucking ridiculous. Like what is the difference between a scientific definition and a philosophical definition?
look,
Like it would be analytically linked anyway.
look. I'm not so much interested in definitions. I'm interested in the actual science. So the question is, do me and you have a disagreement about observables, about reality, about science? That's my only question. Do you think me and you disagree on the science?
Well, look, I was watching your stream and it sounded like you were, for the most part, agreeing with Scientific Snitch. The two claims she made was that a single cell can be sentient, and two, that plants feel pain. So, where are the evidence for those two claims?
Okay, so you want science. Let's start with the first one. You want science. I'm willing to go as far as claiming that a virus has, um, like again, the question is, what do we mean by sentience? That's I'm gonna have to come back to the,
We literally I literally just gave you a definition. It's the ability to have a subjective experience or
no,
a mind dependent experience.
wait a minute. Can you scientifically define it? What's your scientific definition of sentience?
What do you
Measure,
mean a scientific definition? That is the definition.
observe. What are we looking? What are we observing? As
A mind can be produced by anything, by any means. It's just what matters is whether or not a mind exists. So
how,
show me the evidence for the existence of a mind in a bacteria or in a single cell or in a virus.
gladly, but hold on. What are we measuring? You have to tell me what we're measuring. What's the prediction?
We can measure whatever the fuck you want. Show me the
No,
evidence in favor of the
you
idea that a virus has a mind.
you need to tell me what we're testing
I
for.
just gave you the definition of what a mind is. It's something that has the ability to have a subjective experience. That is what a mind is.
How do we measure this thing? Tell me the
You
measure.
tell me. You're the one claiming that a virus has a fucking mind.
No, so okay, so I'll tell you how I see it. So the way I see it
No, no,
is,
no, 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 no. You're claiming a virus has a mind. Show me the evidence.
yeah, let me I'll tell you. So you can see a video on YouTube. Let's start with an amoeba. There is a YouTube I saw of an amoeba being attacked and being killed. And you can see the amoeba is struggling to stay alive, just like me and you. I mean, and you can see in the comment section that people are reacting. People feel for the amoeba. They feel for it just as much as they feel for any animal. So
Yeah, so just because you have a perception of something struggling doesn't mean it's struggling. So I want to know what the evidence is for the existence of a mind in an amoeba.
I mean, that would be my evidence. I mean, it's behaving just
What
like
that
me.
you feel? What that you feel that an amoeba is sentient is the
It,
evidence that it's sentient? That
it,
you just feel like it is?
it's behaving.
Like you were the one demanding that I give like a scientific definition for sentience, and then your scientific evidence for the existence of sentience in amoeba is, well, I feel like it is. You know what? When I see a tree blowing around in the wind, I feel like the tree is getting knocked around and it's in pain from getting knocked around by such violent winds. I guess trees are sentient now.
Look, that's why I asked you for the measurements for the test. What do
I
you?
don't need measurements. You're the one claiming it has a mind. You can use whatever measurements you want. You can use whatever fucking techniques you want to determine how sentience arises in a single-celled organism. Show me the evidence.
Wait,
Where's the
how?
scientific evidence that a mind exists in a single-celled organism?
Wait, so you're asking now how this behavior arises. That's actually much simpler. That we know. How the behavior arises, we know. Both in the amoeba and in humans. It's just, it's it's an electrochemical chain reaction. It's very similar, actually. The amoeba and the human, ultimately are at the chemical level are identical. It's identical mechanics, molecular mechanics. That's how it comes about. But you can perceive, I mean, when you look at it, when you conduct an experiment, you can see when.
So your only evidence is that it moves around. So I'm just going to assume it has feelings.
Well, I mean, I don't see any other way to conduct this
Okay,
experiment.
so apparently a scientific experiment is your personal perception of something. Your scientific evidence is my personal perception is I think it has a mind. So if I look at a tree and see it getting knocked around and I have the personal perception that wow, that tree must be in pain. Oh, well, I guess the tree is in pain. That's science to you?
Hold on. So we can talk about plants, but first, that's how. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you would ask me to conduct this experiment, that's what I would do.
That's
I
not an
mean,
experiment. That's you just saying, "Oh, well, it looks like to me that this being has a mind."
but
So
when you
I guess it has a mind.
but when you talk to me, right, it's the same, right? You see me behaving the same as you,
That's
and you
not an experiment. That's not an experiment. That's just a perception that I have. So
well,
again, where's the scientific evidence that a single-celled organism has a mind? Show me a peer-reviewed paper.
but you're not giving me what observables you're looking for. You
I
have to.
don't need to. I'm the one asking you for the evidence. So show me a peer-reviewed fucking paper. I don't need to fucking tell you, well, this is my standard for burden of proof. I'm not asking that. I'm just asking for fucking evidence.
Wait,
So
wait,
show it to me.
hold on,
Show me
hold
a
on.
peer-reviewed fucking paper.
Okay, what do you want this paper to say?
I don't need it to say fucking anything. Just show me the fucking evidence in support of your claim.
Um, Look, okay, do we have a scientific disagreement, me and you? Are we disagreeing on the science?
Apparently,
Really?
because you think science is you looking at something and having certain feelings about it.
No, no, no. I'm saying, do we disagree about reality? Right? You agree that there is a video on YouTube where we see an amoeba struggling as it's being pierced.
Okay, wait. That's question begging because when you use a term like struggle, struggle assumes that there's a mind present. So that's question begging.
It looks
So
like
if you're going to use
yeah, it looks
so
like it's
no, you can use a term like reacts to or avoids or something like that. But when you use a term like struggle, well, struggling implies that there's a mind involved that is suffering against something.
fine. It seems like it's struggling. If I would see a person behaving this
That's
way,
question begging.
if it seems like it's struggling, that's not also not good.
Okay, cool. So when I hit a ball against the wall and I hit the ball against the wall really hard, well, it looks like the ball might be in pain because it's getting like squished really hard. So I guess the ball like has feelings and it has a mind.
Look, this is why I need you to tell me how you're going to conduct this experiment. I don't know.
I
I
don't
honestly,
need to tell you that. I don't need to tell you that. You're the one claiming you have scientific evidence that a mind exists in single-celled organisms. So show me the fucking evidence. I'm assuming this is in the form of a peer-reviewed paper, and you're not just making this fucking shit up by claiming, "Oh, well, I saw this video, and I have certain feelings about it."
I've seen many videos of single-celled organisms
Do you
that
have
behave.
a single peer-reviewed paper indicating that there is sentience in single-celled organism? Yes or
So,
no?
okay, what do you mean by sentience?
It's a yes or no question.
Wait,
Do you have a paper indicating the presence of sentience in single-celled organisms? Yes or no?
we can Google Scholar it if you want.
Okay, so you don't have any evidence of that claim. Okay, so let's move on to the second claim. You do you believe that plants feel pain?
I'll gladly move on. So your definition of evidence is a peer-reviewed paper. That's not evidence in science.
But evidence is your personal feelings.
Um,
So a peer-reviewed paper in a journal is not evidence, but your personal feelings when you watch a video, that's scientific evidence. But a scientific paper published in a peer-reviewed journal, that's not scientific evidence.
no, a video is evidence. A peer-reviewed uh
No. A simple video is not evidence of like a video of a fucking amoeba is not evidence of sentience. There's something else that has to be involved that would be used to indicate sentience in an amoeba or any other single-celled organism. So
we
just because
know
you feel a certain way about a video, that doesn't mean that that creature is sentient.
look, we know the molecular mechanics of an amoeba very well. So I mean, it's a machine. It's a little machine. It's a little robot that behaves in certain ways. But at the end of the day, so are we. We're just more complex robots. We're just more complex machines. But that's all that we are. So it has a very tiny.
So you believe anything with a metabolism anything with a metabolism is sentient?
I don't know. I wouldn't say metabolism. I would say that even a virus that knows to attack its correct host
Oh,
and
well,
not
that's question begging. That's question begging.
it seems
Knowing requires a
like
mind. That
seems
is question begging.
I'm just borrowing the word
What do
seems
you mean it
like.
seems like?
Oh, it
Well, what do
look,
you mean it seems like? Like now we're back to the same fucking problem of you just making assumptions on whether or not something's sentient just because, well, I have a certain feeling about that. You know, it seems like a tree is sentient and has feelings and can get hurt because it really looks like it's getting knocked around violently by the wind.
look, we can come back to trees. I want to first finish off viruses and amoebas. But
Well, I think we're done. I asked you for evidence in the form of a peer-reviewed journal article, and you can't come up with that. All you've been able to do is say, "Well, I've seen a video, and I feel like this is the case." So I
mhm,
don't fucking care about your stupid feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I care about if you're going to make the claim that a single-celled organism is sentient. I'd like to see evidence of that. Your personal feelings aren't evidence. The best evidence available would be, again, a journal article published in a peer-reviewed journal, and you can't present that. So moving on to the next topic,
here-
Scientific Snitch claimed in her response video to me that plants feel pain. Can you show me using any fucking journal article you want, just has to be published in a journal, has to be peer-reviewed, that plants feel pain? You can even use the study that she linked. Where was pain
just
mentioned in the paper?
just before that, can you prove to me that you have sentience?
Like what with what degree of certainty?
Any any degree of certainty. What would
I
how
can tell you I'm fucking sentient.
so could
That's
ChatGPT?
pretty good. That's pretty fucking good evidence if somebody can fucking tell you they're thinking and fucking feeling.
I could program a one-line program to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm not a program, so that inference doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, you are, you know, your type of a program. You're a neural network. We know how to simulate
That's
those.
great. That's great. That's great. That's great. So, do you have any fucking evidence in the form of a peer-reviewed paper in a journal that a single-celled organism has sentience?
Wait, but
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no is the only thing that should come out of your fucking mouth.
okay. Look, again, you want to have.
Okay, yeah, right. We're done. So you have no evidence of that claim. Moving on to the next fucking issue, she claimed that plants feel pain in her fucking video. Does that statement make any fucking sense to you? What evidence did she show that plants feel pain? Do
Before,
you agree that's a stupid fucking statement to make?
can I ask you why you're so upset?
Well, because I fucking hate you. You're stupid. You piss me off. You don't listen to what I fucking say, and I want to knock your fucking teeth out. That's why I'm so fucking pissed.
Wait, you want to invite me to an MMA match?
Yeah, I do.
You paying for my travel? Well, I have to fly tomorrow, but
I'll
um,
come to you, okay? If I ever travel, I'll let you know, and hopefully you're in the state I travel to.
well, are you gonna try and kill me?
No, I just want to hit you. So we'll set up an MMA match. If I ever do any traveling, I'll let you know, and hopefully I show up in your state, and then we can go to a fucking gym and have an MMA match.
That'd be nice. Look, look. I don't see a reason why you need to get upset. I honestly, I watch your show. I've learned to really enjoy your show. I think you're a terrific YouTuber.
That's great. So the claim she fucking made was that plants feel pain. Where's the evidence that plants feel pain?
So the question would be, what do you mean by pain? How do you measure scientifically
Well, what do you
pain?
mean? What do I mean by fucking pain? You don't know what pain is? Do you want me to fucking demonstrate to you what pain is? Do I need to kick you in the nuts really hard?
Well, how, that's actually my line of research. So, how do you explain pain? How does pain work? I'd love to. I'd love
Painus
to.
is a subjective experience. It causes discomfort in the mind of an organism.
How? How does that work?
I don't care how it works. I don't care. Show me the evidence in favor of the idea that plants feel pain.
But I mean, you need to explain to me what is pain. What is your
I
mechanical?
literally just told you.
No,
It is
I
the
need.
feeling of discomfort in an organism that has a mind.
No, that I need the mechanical. What is the
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because pain can be brought on by any means. It
No,
is mind dependent.
no,
So
I'm
as
saying
long as a feeling of discomfort is brought upon an organism that has a mind, that is what pain is.
no,
It can be through any fucking mechanism.
no.
So
Listen,
show me the evidence
hold
that
on.
plants feel pain.
No. Given a neural network,
I don't care. Show me the evidence that plants
no,
feel pain.
no.
Show
This
me a
is what.
peer-reviewed paper.
No, you
Show
have.
me a peer-reviewed paper published in a journal indicating that plants feel pain.
So I look. You're defining it.
Do you have a single fucking piece of evidence in a peer-reviewed paper in a journal that indicates plants feel pain? Show me one.
I
Look,
honestly.
if this has scientific evidence behind it, if this has scientific support that plants feel pain, then obviously you'd be able to find it in a scientific journal, correct? So show me one paper published in a scientific journal that indicates plants feel pain. And
Look,
again, pain specifically has to be used in the journal. I don't care about, oh, well, plants will react to stimuli in this way. They'll set off pheromones. That's not pain. So I want pain to be used specifically in the journal.
I look. I usually do my
Okay,
research.
so you don't have any evidence. Cool. So you don't have any evidence. So you agree that what she said is fucking stupid.
No, I had a discussion with her about this, and I understand where she's coming
Well, no
from.
wonder she did so poorly in the fucking debate if she listened to you.
Yeah, I heard your comment. That's very funny. Anyway, look, I appreciate you. I don't see the reason you should get upset. I don't think me and you and her have a disagreement on reality. So I
No, clearly we do. She said
really
plants feel pain. She claims single-celled organisms are sentient.
but she means like in a reflex manner. Like
No,
it's
she didn't, because then when I brought up in the debate, and this is on her TikTok video,
Mhm.
when I brought up in the debate that somebody who's brain dead, you can poke their toe or something and their body will make a reflex. It'll activate their nervous system. She said that's not sentient. So no, she said reflexes are not sentient, and then she used this form of doublespeak, saying, "Oh, well, you have to be able to cognitively perceive something for it to be sentience." So she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
I
She
agree.
she literally
I
double
agree.
spoke.
I agree. I agree. You won the debate against her. That's my feeling. So if that's what we're talking about, I agree. I cannot defend her. And I made a video explaining why I think you won and she lost, and it's up. You can watch
Okay.
it. But can you? But the question is, well, how are you? How am I and you better than just a mechanical contraption of reflexes?
Well, again, the difference between a mechanical contraption that just has a reflex response is that we are sentient. We can feel. So I put moral value on something that can actually feel or perceive things versus something that just reacts to stimuli.
Me and you, we're just very complex chains of reflexes. That's all that we are. That is what it. That is.
No. We're not. So if you're gonna, I don't know what you mean by that exactly, because there are neurological pathways that deal with reflex, and there are non-reflex neurological pathways. So that's not true if that's what you mean. If you mean we live in a deterministic universe, if it has something to do with that, again, the same thing would apply. We can perceive things, we can feel things. A robot can't.
But you understand the way the nervous system works is one neuron activates another. It's just a chain of reflexes. Each neuron is just a tiny robot.
No,
What
no,
do you mean no?
no. Again, there are reflex neural pathways and there are non-reflex neural pathways. So that's not
Fine.
true.
No, but at the end of the day, the entire nervous system is just neurons, and each neuron just activates the postsynaptic neurons, right? There's presynaptic neurons, postsynaptic neurons. A neuron receives inputs. If it weighs and if it brings it up to action potential, then it delivers the message to its postsynaptic neurons. That's all it is.
Again, there are reflex and non-reflex neural pathways. If you have a reflex neural pathway, they can be activated without you knowing it. So
Right.
if you're brain dead or if you're like in a coma, like again, if you like tickle somebody, they won't feel the tickling, but their nervous system will make their foot like go up.
Yes.
That's one way to tell if it's a reflex or if it's a actual cognitive response.
Yes, but the
Uh,
neural network of the reflex in the knee is identical to the entire nervous system. It's just a chain of neurons. That's all it is. One neuron
well,
activates.
it's not identical. It activates completely different neural pathways.
Well,
So it's
exactly.
not identical.
It's
And the way it's perceived by your brain is different. So
right.
again, so again, non-reflex neural activity means you can perceive it cognitively. If it's just a reflex neural pathway, you might be able to perceive it, you might not, but it's a completely different pathway in your nervous system.
Yes, but ultimately, the entire nervous system is composed of neurons, right? The unit of the
Sure.
nervous system is a neuron. Each neuron is just a little robot that when activated enough then becomes activated, and so
Uh,
the signal continues, and that's what happens.
okay, so
Hmm.
so consciousness is the sum of all of its parts.
Hmm.
So sure, an individual neuron is not conscious.
Hmm.
So if we track, I don't know, the electrical signals going
how
up
do
to
you
your
how
brain
do you know
from when a
how do you know that a single neuron is not conscious?
well, again, there's no inferences that we can make to suggest that a single neuron is conscious.
What do you mean? So, I mean, the way
What
neuron
what inferences can we make that a single neuron is conscious?
I mean, a neuron behaves like any cell, it
Well, again, I like why would we assume that any single cell is conscious?
again, it goes back, to our perception as scientists. Like the way me and you we behave is very similar to the way a virus behaves and to the way a neuron or any other cell behaves.
So sorry, you're just assuming that anything that can respond intelligently to stimulus is conscious, or there's a good degree of evidence that just because it can respond intelligently, it's conscious.
But consciousness is just a macro illusion, right? The complexity
It,
of
it
the
can't be an illusion.
wait, what?
It can't be an illusion if you're perceiving it. Like choice can be an illusion,
Why
but if
can't
you're perceiving something, perception itself can't be an illusion.
why not?
Perception itself, it itself cannot be an illusion. What you're perceiving can be an illusion. Like, choice could be an illusion. Colors can be an illusion. They might not really be there, but perception itself cannot be an illusion.
But if you meditate on it, you'll see that it is. Because I mean,
No.
all you could say that your perception, your consciousness is just the inputs. It's just the inputs, right? You're just experiencing the inputs.
Okay. But again, perception itself cannot be an illusion.
But it's just the
What you're
in
perceiving can be an illusion, but perception itself, how would the fuck that's not even logically possible.
anyway, look, it's a good question. So you'd have to explain to me, so where does it come from?
Where does what come from?
Awareness, perception, consciousness?
Well, no one knows for sure, but again, if we're going to assume that a brain similar to ours would create a consciousness, then again, it's some sort of emergent property of a brain or something similar to a brain.
But you can see with ChatGPT, you can see that it's already beginning to display consciousness. Just,
No,
just
no, no. Show me a peer-reviewed paper indicating where some experts in AI are suggesting that ChatGPT is conscious to some degree.
I don't know about paper, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, like in these podcasts, this theory has been proposed multiple times. And it's kind of
So so just because ChatGPT is intelligent, it doesn't mean it's conscious. You can look at the code and see how these algorithms work. You will get the response that you know will happen just by looking at the algorithmic code.
it's just a neural
Um,
network. This is just
it's not a neural network. It's code. It's code.
no, but
It's possible for code. So it's possible for code to maybe become conscious at some point, but no one in the expert of AI is claiming ChatGPT has any level of consciousness.
okay, I mean, I've heard people on podcasts propose this, and it's I'm not I'm just I'm all I'm saying is you can see the beginning of an indication of consciousness. You can see it. I mean, as it's improving, you can
No,
imagine.
you're just seeing an AI become more sophisticated and give more intelligent responses.
But
That's it.
I've heard you state this before that a neural network can become conscious. I've heard you say this, right?
What do you mean?
You
Oh,
said that
like you mean like in a lobster?
no, I heard you say that a computer can become conscious. Didn't you mean by
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't think anybody currently the state GPT is in is suggesting that Chat GPT is an early form of consciousness. But yet, like, yeah, in the future, it could be possible that Chat GPT could become conscious. But right now, like again, I would like to see a peer-reviewed paper on the topic. Like, I want to see in some sort of um, like AI or science journal, somebody making a paper suggesting that. I don't really care about podcast episodes.
these podcasts are by, the world leaders of AI and brain science. When I say
Well, they can have whatever opinion they want on a fucking like Joe Rogan podcast. I want to see
no,
it
no,
published in a paper.
I
That's
don't
when I'm going
listen
to take some of these claims seriously.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan. I listen to Brain Science and, Brain Matters and to Street Talk. I listen to actual AI and neuroscience podcasts, and I know these people personally. This is the world from which I come. So these,
Okay,
these
well, again, I'm not going to listen to podcasts. I don't take that as like a serious scientific forum. Show me. I'd be interested to see an actual paper on the topic, but until then, I'm not taking that claim seriously.
but you yourself claim that in the future you can see ChatGPT becoming aware,
Sure,
self-aware.
sure, possibly.
Yeah,
But again, I want to see evidence.
but
A
but
podcast episode isn't evidence.
look, you have the indication. I don't understand. You yourself admit, you yourself claim that you can see it materializing. So I don't understand.
Uh,
Hmm.
okay, we're just going around in circles at this point.
Yeah.
But I think I misunderstood some of the points you were making in the live stream you did. It seemed to me that you were defending her claims that a single-celled organism is sentient. She clearly contradicted herself on that front. And I, I don't know if you're defending her claim that plants feel pain.
I mean, when she says cry, she means they output certain chemicals. Or I
No,
didn't
that's
get
not what she said. That's
then.
not what she said. Specifically, they feel pain.
Oh, they make microsonic
No.
noise.
She said specifically they feel pain. That is a different claim than they make like these sort of micro sounds or they release pheromones or something like that. She said specifically they feel pain.
I mean, since I agree that single-celled and viruses can have an experience, then I can agree that they can experience a very primitive form of pain. Yes, I would agree with that.
You think plants can feel pain?
A very primitive form of pain. Like we are very complex machines, they're very simple machines. So a complex machine feels a complex set of
What
emotions.
and I'm just wondering what evidence suggests that.
Just looking, when I look at a single cell, like an amoeba on video, and I see its behavior.
Okay. Okay, if that's what you think, if that's your standard of evidence
What's
that,
your
well, I see something and it kind of moves around in a funny way, then I don't know what to tell you.
look? It behaves just like me and you when it comes to life and death. I mean, look at
No, I don't think an amoeba behaves just like me or you. I think you're anthropomorphizing a fucking amoeba. But
but
okay, we've gotten to the bottom of this.
all right. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Sorry for freaking out at you.
No, it's okay, and I'd love
I
to.
just get pissed off.
It's okay. I'd love to have an MMA match. I hope you don't kill me
Okay.
one day. All right, man.
Maybe an arm wrestling match,
No,
at the
MMA
very
is good.
least.
I love MMA. MMA
Okay.
is great. Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Take care, dude.
You too. Bye bye. All right. So I think, well, how long have I been streaming? Where's my streaming? Yeah, over an hour. Oh, so many people. Let's let's take comments in the comment section. Oh my God, people are upset. Oh, vegan games, come debate me. Oh my God, come debate me right now, coward. I'll show you my. Oh my God, he's so funny. Um, come debate me, coward. Oh my God. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, people are upset. Why are you streaming for two people? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. Oh shit, he showed up. Oh my God. All right, who's this? Mr. Slave, debate him. Dylan Len. Massive pussy. Vegan gains high. H. You're not watching chat. No, I don't watch chat. I'm too busy. Holy crap, this guy's debate him. You want is this pre-recorded? No, it's live. Come debate me on this right now. Oh my god. Vegan Gains, his Discord user is Mr. Slave 41. Add him. So funny. Mr. Slave, hey idiot. Vegan Gains is waiting for you right now in debate room, you moron. And Mr. Slave, hey stupid, he knows you're reacting to him right now. He's damning you in the chat. LOL. Anyway, that was really funny. Okay, I think that's enough, like an hour and 8 minutes. I think it was a good discussion with Mr. Vegan Gains, a very honorable discussion, kind of scientific. Anyway, we'll stop for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your life. Bye bye.